Hi everyone, welcome to Torah on Demand. I'm Rabbi Yael Ridberg. This week's Israeli election results catapulted me back to when I was in Israel some 27 years ago when Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, may his memory be a blessing, was assassinated on November 4th, 1995. After attending a peace rally in support of the 1995 Oslo Accords, an observant Jew zealously opposed to the pact took his life in cold blood. The Accords called for a comprehensive peace agreement by 1999, which was widely expected to lead to statehood for the Palestinians and for Israel, a realization of the long-held goal of land for peace. By the fall of 1995, however, opposition to peace and hateful rhetoric against Rabin were rampant. Rabin was a military leader and a peacemaker who took risks and refused to succumb to the politics of despair. His enduring legacy includes a willingness to embark on covenant making, despite the historic tendency towards cynicism and conflict, and to blame the many complications involved in making peace for its elusiveness. The Torah portion this week that was the same portion that same week in 1995 of Parashat Lecha. We meet Avram this week and follow his call to covenant making. He leaves his native land, his community, his home, and he follows a divine command to journey into the unknown of the future. A future characterized by prophecy of enslavement for 400 years on the way to the blessing of a promised land and a destiny secured. As the sun sets, Avram is alone and he hears a voice telling him not to be afraid, for God would be like a shield and protect him. As Avram falls into a deep sleep, a dark dread descended upon him. This sleep is understood by the rabbis as a transformative kind of sleep, one of prophecy and vision, one that conjures creativity and spiritual depth, intensity and otherworldliness. This dark dread was understood to refer to the different nations that would seek to uproot Avram's descendants from the land. The covenant of the pieces ceremoniously grants Avram and Sarai the gift of future descendants and an inherited promised land. Those rewards, however, will come after their progeny and future generations have been oppressed and enslaved. The divine voice tells Avram that God is with him, even as the dream will be deferred. The smoking oven and the flaming torch which passed between the animals used in the sacrifice juxtaposes light amidst darkness, giving way to redemption. Avram becomes Abraham, Sarai becomes Sarah, by the added letter He in their names, symbolic of this covenant. The light of the flaming torch enabled Abraham to embark on his journey of promise. Without that light, there would be no future. And this text marks the first promise of land to the Jewish people, a promise which, millennia later, transformed opportunity into idolatry and led to the tragedy on that November night, 1995. Rabin's granddaughter Noah called her grandfather Lapid Ha'esh, the pillar of fire, just like in the Brit Ben Habitzarim. His murder left her feeling in the dark without him, and despite being one who entered into difficult covenants where the future seemed uncertain, Rabin still stood for a future of light, not darkness. In the wake of these disturbing elections this week in Israel, may Rabin's memory still call for covenant making, of change, of transformation for Israelis and the Palestinians, and may his daring for the sake of peace inspire us all. Yehi Zichro Baruch, may his memory be for a blessing. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.